Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're about to wrap up 2023. How you guys all doing tonight? This is the Club with the Man 1893. I'm recording this late on Saturday, December 30th, but I thought I would at least get one more wrestling video in, maybe a couple more baseball news videos in before we wrap up 2023. How you guys all doing? It's been like over a week since I last did a review. Hope you guys had a great holiday. You're getting ready for the new year. Start fresh. Some New Year's resolutions. I got brand new... Oops, wrong button. I have a new chair I'm sitting in thanks to a nice Christmas gift from my wife. Might want to put on the back massager in a second on this thing, but this is set up straight a little bit. See, it's... Well, we can't really tell much of it, but anyways. So, I did promise you guys one more SmackDown review before the year's end. I need to put this back just a little bit. There we go. So, originally it was supposed to be last night's episode. But then I found out that both Raw and SmackDown for this past week were both clip show episodes. So I thought to make up for it, since that happened, I would do a review of last week's pre-taped episode of SmackDown, which I did watch, and it took place in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Not gonna lie, though, I'm kind of glad I am. Because this was a good episode of SmackDown. I felt like it set up some interesting things, some interesting turn of events. We are setting up, of course, for a triple threat match for next week's SmackDown, which is SmackDown New Year's Resolution, or Revolution, one of the two. We have that. We will have the finals for the United States Championship Tournament, which is going to be Santos, Escobar, surprisingly, and Kevin Owens. We have new stablemates for Santos Escobar. We also have an interesting tease from Karrion Kross, which that push is coming. That push for Kross is, in fact, coming. And I'm just waiting for him to finally take the cuffs off of him and let them be them and go from there. Seeing some new stars being built. Also, before I start recording this, I did see that WWE no longer has employed Kevin Dunne. Kevin, fuck you, Dunne. Get rid of more of the Vince McMahon era, basically, if you want to put it that way. Why he's gone, I have no idea. But I'm kind of glad he's gone. But let's get rolling, because, again, I'm not going to lie. I'm whooped. Like, that's just the busiest of the holidays, and it's the busyness of 2023 in general. It's caught up to me, guys. I am just whooped. My wife is whooped. It's been a fun but very busy year for me, and again, quite frankly, the best year of my life. But I've talked enough about myself off and on. Let's get into SmackDown. Talk about it. So it was pre-taped, took place in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The show opened up with AJ Styles coming out. Now, this segment still, to me, confirms, even though it was weird the week before when Styles returned, and he seemingly turned heel because he attacked just LA Knight. He did attack Randy Orton. Coming out of this episode, though, I'm not sure at all. Because he did something and made me think he is a heel. But then this opening promo made me think maybe he's just an aggressive baby face. Is what I'm getting at. But anyways, he comes out and he basically says, Randy wants Roman, Knight wants Roman, he wants Roman, and he doesn't blame anybody else, though, who wants Roman because what they've done to him. However, though, Styles don't give a damn about either of them. Because when it comes to Roman Reigns, he's first in line. Because Roman Reigns and the Bloodline wrote AJ Styles off TV back in September, I believe it was. LA Knight comes out and says, AJ, you're the first on my list. And Styles asks if he's really forgotten that he stepped over his dead body to tag with John Cena and earn himself a title match while he was gone. Then comes Randy Orton, saying he gets that they have their own issues with Bloodline, but they put Randy on the shelf for 18 months. And because of that, none's going to get in his way. LA Knight though pipes up and says, of the three of them, the Bloodline never took him out. And they come along for the ride, but he's got Roman. Then out comes Nick Aldis, who basically makes it official at New Year's Revolution. It'll be a triple threat match between AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randy Orton. And the winner will face Roman Reigns at the Rumble. Cool. AJ, of course, tries to take them out. And it also says, if anybody tries to... He has a main event match against Sol Sikoa, which... By the way, I know I called him the Tribal Prince. He's actually being called the Tribal Heir. I do apologize about that. You're the heir of Slytherin. You're the heir of the Bloodline. The Tribal Heir. Whatever. Trying to get Harry Potter in there, but it didn't work out too well. Anyway, so basically AJ says, no one's going to get in my way. And don't you dare get involved in my match against Solo tonight. So they leave, and then we have this... Holiday Havoc 8-woman tag match. It is Mia Yim, Shotzi... 6-woman tag match. No, 8. Sorry, it's 8. 8-women tag match. Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and Zelina Vega taking on Damage Control's Asuka, Bayley, Kairi Sane, and Io Sky. Match was what it was. Typical holiday match. During the match, though, coming out of one of the gifts on the floor, Isla Dawn came out from one of the gifts, and from another one behind them, out came Alba Fyre, who they should just call her Kaylee Ray, or the Hex Girls they call them now. So they kind of made... I don't think they've been on live TV, I think, for SmackDown. I'd say since the summer, whenever they had that title unification match with Ronda and Shayna for the women's tag titles. The last time they've been on TV. Why the hell did they call them up if they did that? But they're back. I guess they're gonna, I'm assuming, maybe turn face and are gonna maybe feud with the Kabuki Warriors or get involved somehow. I don't know. We'll see though. But the babyfaces won. With surprisingly, Mia Yim pinned the women's champion Io Sky. Which I think that's setting up for a women's title match at New Year's Revolution. Io Sky and Mia Yim. I like that. I like that they're giving Mia that spotlight. They got it. Mia deserves it. Meat Chin, whatever you want to call her, she deserves it. I'm glad she's getting a chance. I know she's not going to win, but I'm glad she's at least getting this opportunity to at least showcase a little bit more. Because again, she has not really had much TV time in the past year. By the way, also, thoughts and prayers for her husband, Keith Lee. Tonight is AEW World's End. I'm not watching it. And he was supposed to have his match with Swerve Strickland tonight. And apparently, though, the reason why plans for Keith keep getting halted is that he's apparently been dealing with an injury since Grand Slam 2022. So, at least we kind of know what's going on, but that just sucks. That really blows. I don't know. With his health issues and whatnot, that does kind of worry me a little bit for Keith. But just thoughts and prayers for him for sure, as always. But how to get that out there real quick. We have a segment backstage with Jimmy Uso giving Sikoa a pep talk. And then Roman's sitting there with a sour look on his face. And he asked Heyman, Wise Men, who's the general manager? And Heyman says, Nick Aldis. And he says, bring him to me. So he comes later on. Roman asks Aldis if he booked a triple threat match and Soul versus AJ. And he's like, yeah. And Roman said, they're pretty good ideas, but you should have run them by me first. Adam Pearce did that to him. And then Nick Aldis is like, ha ha ha. Well, I'm looking forward to those matches. And given that Solo took care of John Cena in a way that even Roman couldn't, he also is looking forward to the triple threat match, and the winner gets to fight Roman at Rumble. And he looks forward to a more productive dialogue and getting to know each other better. And of course, Roman didn't like that. Basically, he says, yeah, I'm just going to do whatever I want. And Roman's basically saying, you gotta go through me. Nope, I'm the boss now. Might cause some troubles between Roman and Aldis down the line. We'll see. Dragon Lee had another great match against Butch, or Pete Dunne. I don't know what's going on with this. I think because it sounds like Ridge Holland's feuding with Ilya Dragunov in NXT. Sheamus still is on leave right now. He's getting a lot of good singles matches. I think he had some type of a confrontation backstage later in the show, if I can remember. Let me see if I can find it. He was backstage and he ran into Dragon Lee, who grabs him, bringing him the fight, and then Pretty Deadly roll up and start singing Christmas carols, and he tries to beat them down. Basically, I'm hoping this is the tease for him going back to Pete Dunne. I mean, he's been having more and more matches where he's looking more and more like his old persona, the Bruiserweight. I still hope that's the case. Drop this Butch name, please. I'm sorry. Well, you were supposed to get it last year when Triple H was promoted to Chief Content Officer, but then the Raw and Brutes got over. So they let it ride out for a little bit. But hopefully that's the sign towards that. Dragon Lee, though, again, look great as always. I thought that was a great match. Logan Paul had a couple insert promos talking about the people who are left in the semifinals. Like, first we had Carmelo Hayes and Kevin Owens. He's like, Melo, you impressed me. KO, you disgust me. Kevin Owens and Carmelo Hayes had their match. Kevin Owens won. It was a good match. Afterwards, they shake hands. Cool with me. Now, this segment made me wonder if maybe AJ's a heel. Because he ran into his buddies, the club, Gallows and Anderson and Mia Yim, and we're like, we're happy to see you. But Carl Anderson says, we haven't heard anything from you. Are we all good? And then AJ turns the question right back around on Anderson, and he walks off. So, is this just AJ, just being really focused, or is they for real splitting up the club? Because if they're splitting up the club for good, that's not good. Because I just really feel like the club is nothing without AJ, unfortunately. Me, I'm looking for the title shot, though, but we'll see. Logan Paul had another insert promo saying how Bobby Lashley has no chance, and I don't represent anything about Santos Escobar. Let's talk about the match first. But Santos Escobar and Bobby Lashley had a match. And first, are they making Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits faces again? That their dynamics start to confuse me, and their story too. Like this was really hot like a couple months ago. Now it's like there's kind of like there in the background. I mean, I won't lie. Part of me kind of wishes the Street Profits would have dethroned the Judgment Day right before Survivor Series. Didn't happen, but a little weird dynamic there. But Santos. So Santos kind of really like healed up even more in this match. And Santos actually won because a couple of masked men attacked the Street Profits. And Santos won off distraction. And at first I thought maybe they're just putting Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde back with him, maybe. Nope. Instead, the men unmasked, and they were Los Lotharios' Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Okay, I like that. I don't know why I didn't even think of them like kind of like being a group. Like if that's like Santos's like it makes you think of whenever MJF feuded with the Inner Circle. How he made his own group called the People. He didn't just like steal members from the old group. He formed his own. And if that's what they're going to do with Santos, by all power. Interesting enough also, though, I read somewhere that apparently Andrade El Idolo is finished up with AEW. And apparently tonight at World's End, his match with Miro was his last match under his current contract. I think there's a good chance he may come back. Getting him involved in this storyline would be interesting. Like if you want to put Andrade in this new stable, by all means go for it. That would be interesting for sure if he would come back and join them, which I think he should. Anyways, oh yeah, when Pete Dunne was getting beat down by Pretty Deadly, Nick Aldis broke up the fight and told him they're going to have a match at New Year's Revolution, but Pete Dunne has to find a tag partner. Maybe this is when Sheamus returns, we'll have to see. But yeah. That we also got the finals, I believe, for the U.S. title tour, which in fact is Kevin Owens and Santos Escobar. Interesting. And the main event was AJ Styles and Solo Sikoa. Again, I'm still back and forth of if AJ's really a face or if he's a heel. Probably tweener, but I still think he's just like he's performing acts that I don't blame him. Like the position he's in is like Drew McIntyre. It's very justified. You understand, he has a lot of truth behind what he's saying. But anyways, though, he won by disqualification because Roman Reigns got involved and jumped AJ Styles. And then afterwards, though, Randy Orton and LA Knight came out to make the save. Jimmy Uso, of course, got involved as well. Eventually, they did get the bloodline away, but then all three baby faces basically beat each other up, teasing for that triple threat match next Friday. And that was SmackDown. Again, I thought we had some... Oh, wait. No. I'm sorry. I did forget one thing, because I remember I was going to come back to it. There was a segment with Karrion Kross, and he talks about how even the greatest proclamation is soon to be forgotten without a scribe. And he says something about, I think it was authors or something in there. And then they kind of flash like a couple silhouettes. And there's rumors going around that Karrion Kross could be starting a stable with a returning Authors of Pain. I'm not saying no to that. That actually sounds very interesting to me, I think. But yeah, a lot of yeah, I like the new stable with Santos Escobar and Los Lotharios. Definitely, of course, with Angel Garza involved, and Angel Garza, I know, can be a big star if they give him the chance to take the ball and run with it. We'll see what happens with this triple threat match. Of course, I think if it's a singles match, it'll probably be Randy, but I think with my card breaks, I still predicted triple threat. I'm interested to see what they're going to do here with Pete Dunne. The U.S. title tournament had some good matches in there. And again, I thought it was a very interesting show. I gave it a B. A B for the final SmackDown, review of the year, of course. But let's go do it, guys. I'm probably maybe going to record a couple more things tonight. Not sure. But this is definitely the last wrestling video of the year, of course. Thank you guys, of course, for a great year. We unfortunately, though, did not quite make it to 2,000 subscribers. I think I saw we were about 38 away, I believe, what I saw. But hey, we came close. We came close, and we will get to them in 2024. I'm going to continue to go all out. Like, once I get to 2000, maybe just give me a breather. Maybe I'll back off a little bit. But again, I'm going nowhere. I'm going absolutely nowhere. Again, we've got the Rumble match card uploaded. Hopefully, last year's Rumble match recaps and reviews will be up in the next couple of weeks as well. I am hoping to also get some video game Let's Plays going again on this channel. And again, just firing things on all cylinders as things hopefully will slow down a bit. Guys, it's been a busy year. Been a crazy year for me. Got married, bought a house, got another dog, bought my first car. 2023 was a great year for me. Like, it was definitely, in my opinion, the best year of my life. One of the craziest. Had to do a lot of things, a lot of growing independently. But, of course, besides, that, I am always thankful for all you guys, as I've definitely made some adjustments to the channel the past couple of years, especially this year. Again, I continue to do whatever I can to keep the channel alive, despite the fact that I am just a ton busier than the normal. But again, we expanded, of course, the Instagram page and the TikTok, which, did decent. Not enough for me to want to make a Facebook page. Although I have thrown around the idea of maybe trying Threads, seeing how that would go. If I would do that, though, of course, it would just be for just a channel, not for my personal account, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll see what 2024 is going to bring us. So, guys, I gave SmackDown this week a B. What are your guys' thoughts on SmackDown? What are your guys' thoughts also on the 2023 year of wrestling as well? That was definitely crazy as well, for sure. I don't really have the time to do like an end of the year video like I normally do for the most part. So maybe we'll do something in January to kind of recap the year or something. I don't know. I'm not going to promise that, but we'll see. Make sure you guys also always slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well at the Club of the Man 93. And you may also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. So until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all next year. Have a great New Year's Eve, guys. And do not forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself. And that is not just an opinion, my friends. That is a fact of life. Yeah! And I'll see you guys all next year in 2024. Happy New Year, everybody.